everybody. My name is Sharon Quinn, and I'm also known as the original runway diva, and you are watching Model Behavior. Class is officially in session. Today, my guest lecturer is model, actress, and host Asia Monet. Welcome, Asia Monet, to Model Behavior.
Hi, thank you, Miss Sharon.
All right, so you know that this show's about educating and teaching those who are coming behind us and aspire to do what we're doing.
Yes.
So, you know, just give it to me straight.
Okay.
So tell me, now you're a lingerie model, you're a host.
Yes.
And you do something else, don't you? You just became like a brand ambassador, or am I getting that wrong?
A brand ambassador?
It was something that you told me before at Lyris's workshop that you had just become.
Oh, God, so much going on.
Well, just tell me what it is that you do.
Well, like you said, I'm definitely a lingerie model. I am the 40G fit model in the industry. So that means if, say, Victoria's Secret decided to go to G&H cups, they'll call my phone. I consult businesses on how the look, how their bras fit as far as if it's supportive or not, the look of it, and so that's what I do.
Now, are you just gonna design maybe, or do you have your own bra line yet? Is that something you're working on?
Maybe, possibly, but just to give you a background about up and coming bras that are for larger cup sizes, it takes a long time. Like, I'm perfecting bras that came out during the year I was born. Like, this is how long a process like this
To
perfect
a bra?
to perfect it. You know, when you get to G, H, I, J, K, it's a whole different animal from A, B's, and C's.
Okay,
So
let me just say that I've never heard of no H, I, J, K,
oh yeah, oh that's N.
element O, P.
Oh yeah, they exist.
Really?
Yes, and I feel like my mission in this industry is to connect the companies that are actually producing these sizes to their consumer. There's like a disconnect due to lack of marketing to their targeted market. Like, you will see maybe a D cup representing a brand that goes all the way up to a H or I. So we don't know. We're not aware that they have these cup size out there. So I feel like through my print work, I do print work as well. When someone sees a bra on me, they say, oh, I didn't even know this company went to a size like that. And so it brings awareness. So I feel like it's very important.
Okay, take me through the life of a bra fit model.
Okay, well, I start my day, I work with multiple companies. So mainly they're in the fashion district. And so I will start out, I'm in a design, sometimes it's the design room, sometimes it's actually a conference room, depending on the size of the company. So sometimes we're meeting with definitely the tech designers, the designers, the marketing team sometimes, definitely their sales team may be in the room, and they're reviewing how the sales are going, what it looks like on an actual body. And so I give feedback in regards to technical and actually the look and the feel of the garment.
And when you say you give feedback on technical, that means like how it fits, or if it's pinching somewhere.
Definitely. If the wires are poking, if my straps are hurting my shoulders. Like, I'm an advocate for like thicker shoulder straps for larger cup sizes. Definitely having the underwire actually being placed against your bone, your rib cage, not on the tissue, because that's when it hurts you.
It hurts, yeah.
Definitely. Wider backs so it could be supportive. More hook and eyes. Like, sometimes they'll only have like 3 hook and eyes in the back, and we actually need 4 to 5. So things like that.
And what about things, do they, I mean, things like, I'll tell you a problem of my own, and I'm not anywhere near, I mean, I got some double D's
you
going.
got some up there now.
But like, it's the spillage that bothers me. Now, is that also like maybe more fabric?
Sometimes we need more coverage on the underarm, definitely. And they would not know something like that unless they actually see it on a woman with a bigger bust. So when I came into the business about 7, 8 years ago, it was unheard of to fit on a G cup. I was told, oh no, that's too big. We don't do that here.
So how did you change your mind?
Well, I stuck around, and once I started with Les Mystere, I walked into, they put an ad on Craigslist saying just show up. They were looking for fit models, and so I showed up to the showroom, and I met a designer, Julia Burns, and she said, "You are a G cup," and I was wearing a double D, and I thought I was everything. Yeah, you couldn't tell me nothing. I had no idea. I was squeezing these into a double D, and she brought out this bra, and it was called, they called it the Oprah bra. Like Oprah had endorsed this, but she loved this bra. It's called the Tisha bra. And I put it on, and it was like my whole life changed.
Really?
Like my breast was like this, and it had a nice sleek neckline. It was black, it was sexy, but I never, it was a G. And so they were like, oh, you know, we want to hire you. But it kind of was like, yeah, but not so much, because I think they weren't ready yet. But because I have business background, I have my degree in business.
I was going to come to that. I'm glad you brought that up.
So I have my degree in business with a concentration in finance and marketing. My first thought was, okay, well, if they need me, maybe somebody else needs me. And so I actually put together this little packet with my fit comp, like my sizes, and a little picture of me in a bra. And I called up the one company that actually had a line called the G line, which was Waco. They actually are one of the top leaders in the industry. And I called them, a cold call. I called them up and said, hey, I'm a G fit model, and I would like to fit. And at the time, they told me, oh, we have somebody already. They had somebody, but she's a smaller back. Maybe she was like a 34 G. So I said, well, can I just leave you some information? And so the woman said, sure, and I emailed her this information. I remember it was on election day. I got the call from a designer from Waco, and she wanted me to come in. I started working that day.
Wow.
Once I landed that client, it was like all the rest of the clients was like, oh, you work for Waco. So to be competitive, for their fit to be competitive, they have to.
And of course,
now,
they want the model that Waco is using. I get it.
Yeah, definitely. So that's kind of how it changed the look of it.
Tell the people, because I found this out when I think we did a store. It was an Ashley Stewart event. And you spoke. You make your living doing this.
Yes.
You don't do anything else.
No. This is
Not
my
a lot
main
of people
income.
can say that. That is to be applauded.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, and to pay New York rent. I mean,
what?
But that also, you know, that didn't come overnight. It was a lot of sacrifices. Like I said, when I first started the industry, I had to break down doors to be all real. I had to break down doors. One thing I love about being a fit model is the community of models. There's a handful of models that work for all the companies. And they were very welcoming to me. And they told me, they said, listen, they may just stick around. They're going to need you. Like, they seen it, because I couldn't see the vision for it. You know, I was getting no. And they said, stick around. They're going to need you. Now look at the business. Now it's like retailers are demanding larger cup sizes. I'm getting calls from big companies like, we need you. Same companies that said, no, we don't need you. Now it's like, can we work with you? We need you, because this is the demand now. So it's a blessing to have, you know, survived the slow times, because I was coming from corporate America. I was working in corporate.
Now, what made you make that transition from corporate to doing fit modeling?
So I came out of college, and I had a business degree, and I was temping. I was doing commercial real estate. I was working at a commercial real estate company as an administrative assistant to the VP of asset management. So I kind of was like the go-between, the liaison for the management company, the property management company, and the corporate offices. It was like a year, and they weren't making me permanent, and I didn't understand what was going on. Then my boss got laid off, and then they were bringing somebody else making like 6 figures and want me to catch this person up. And by this time, I was dabbling, like I had already had a national campaign actually at that time for a lingerie company. And so I was like, something's going on. But what it was the recession was coming, and we were going through that time. And so I said, you know what, I know my worth, and you're not even committed to keeping me here. And I said, I need time to look for a full-time position if you don't want to bring me on full-time. And they weren't budging. So I decided to leave. In the meanwhile, I was getting jobs. I was fortunate enough to land jobs when I would apply for castings. So for a while, I definitely was taking on other temp jobs in corporate and juggling modeling.
But you knew, I guess your gut told you when it was time to make that move.
Yeah. I remember going to, one of my early memories was Monique's Fat Chance audition.
You went to the New York casting,
I definitely went to the New York casting, and you were there. Monique was there, definitely. But it was the women, the energy of the women. I had never seen nothing like that in my life. I have never seen that.
It was a great, great, great idea.
I love it. I still have my pendant, the pendant.
I have mine too.
I still have that. I love that.
It was a good idea that should have really, everybody just wants to wear the sash and the crown.
Oh my gosh. And why shouldn't we?
It could have been the next, like the next Miss America for plus sizes.
Yeah.
But I don't think that everybody was on the same page for the vision. I think other people had different visions, and maybe it didn't come at the right time.
I was going to say timing is everything, and I've learned that. When I first started, I feel like I was being blacklisted, like this girl has her bra and panty on. And people didn't understand, like it wasn't as accepted to see a full-figured woman in her bra and panty. People didn't understand that. I'm like, well, I look at Victoria's Secret, they're making a living in their bra and panty.
Absolutely.
So why aren't you respecting that I'm putting on my bra and panty? But I felt like, it wasn't as accepted. Look at it now. This is the thing now.
Lane Bryant's done kicked the doors off. Everybody is taking pictures in their drawers
and
I'm just hashtagging I'm no angel, and I'm just like, oh my Lord.
Yes. Yes.
So let's go back to the bra fitting thing.
Okay.
Clearly, I got some issues that people don't know about with my bra. One, I don't know my size. Because my weight has fluctuated. I've been a 40 double D for most of my life.
Okay.
But I put on weight, and I'm in the process of losing it, and my bras don't fit right now.
Okay.
So I know I'm not wearing the right size. I don't like all of the hanging stuff. And, So how does one get the proper size? Where do you go? Because I've had people measure me, sell me bras that I can't wear.
Yeah.
It fits good in the store, and then I wear it home, and I'm really uncomfortable.
Okay.
I have three bras from Scott that they're beautiful. I don't see myself wearing them anymore because they're really, really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So how does one get, and where do you go to get a proper bra fitting?
Okay. I definitely recommend you going to a specialty store or a department store. Now, when I say specialty stores, I mean a store where they are selling multiple brands of bras. Like, it's not their line, their label. They're actually selling other labels like Waco, Le Mystère, Alila. Like, you can get different brands from there. And why I say that is because if you go into a certain store that's selling their label, they will squeeze you into what's available in the store. So you have to be careful and not to shut nobody out, but they will do that. So go to a specialty store or a department store. Even the department stores, they sell multiple brands as well. So you could go to like Macy's, JCPenney's. It is free to go get a bra fitting. You don't have to buy a bra for
It's free.
It is free.
Yes, free.
It is free. And knowing your real size, your true size, will change you dramatically. Actually, you will appear to have a waistline because your bust is not sitting low. So you have a nice lift. You have balance. You will feel balanced, like your back. It won't be so much pressure on your back versus your shoulder straps or anything like that. And it's flattering. It's flattering.
And that's all in getting your right size.
Right size.
But you still have to, do you suggest like trying on a couple to see, because maybe some brand works better for you? Definitely,
because between brands, there's a discrepancy in sizing due to if they're using a larger model or not. Like I said, sometimes...
Ooh, that's just like clothing though.
Oh,
Say that.
Yeah, and fitting, that is. And that's why I really am an advocate for those companies that actually take time and care about their consumer, because it is a different animal. Like, I will put on a bra, I don't care what label it is that's claiming, oh, we do G, H's, and I's and all this. If you have not fit that bra on someone of size, it will not work. It will not work. Every single time I go into a fitting with someone, And like I said, I don't care what high end or not. If you do not fit it, you will not know because it has different needs than a smaller bust. So you have to do that. So the companies that are actually taking time and budget and care to do that, I speak out for those companies because they care about their consumer. They care about their fit because it's painful to have.
It's fascinating.
Oh, do you think so?
But I mean, think
important.
about it.
It's very important
Most
to me.
women, except for you little itty bitty, A cups, you have to wear a bra. And
Yeah.
comfort is key. Because I know when I get home, I'm going to keep it real. First thing I do is, let me
Pull
get this
it
off.
off.
Let me
Yeah.
take this off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would like to, be fit properly and then invest. And I know it's expensive
It is. It is.
to get a really well-made, well-constructed bra that, does everything you need it to do. But then, I would pay
It's
for
worth
that.
it. It's an investment. I mean, the more money you pay, it's not just fit. The companies that charge a little bit more, they go through processes of actually washing the bras over and over again, testing to see the durability of the bra. So you're not just paying for the fit sometimes. With these companies, they are putting in time to see how long this bra will actually last you. So it's worth the investment. And I do recommend you try on multiple bras because you might not like maybe an underwire. Maybe you want a soft cup, which has no wire.
What is the point of an underwire bra? I mean, I don't have a problem with them,
The
but
shape, it gives your bust a certain shape.
as opposed to a soft cup.
Yeah, soft cup can be less projected, maybe a little more flattening, meaning your bust is falling in a different position in the bra.
Okay.
A wire tends to make your bust go a little bit more forward, but the non-wires, they kind of minimize a little bit, kind of like
What
you're a little
about
flatter.
the old school cone joints? Because
Oh,
somebody just
boy.
sold me one of those 2
Really?
years ago. And I felt like my grandmother with that bra on.
Well, the thing is, the companies that were making certain bras at a certain period, they have a customer base, and they're still catering to that base. I do work with companies like that, and I do fight with them. Since I'm like, can we do a little grapefruit now? Can I get a little round? Because a woman at this size don't want huge cones sitting, because
Baby, I
they'll
can't
be
wear
huge.
that bra. I put that thing on and said, ooh, no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so definitely try on different bras to get the right shape that you would like. Definitely.
All right, so now I know if I was watching this program, I'd be sitting here listening to you going, okay, well, I got some big gazongas. I think I want to do bra fit modeling. How does one get into that? And tell me some of the do's and don'ts.
Okay. Well, I call it the secret society. And I say that because literally it's a handful of women that run the whole industry because they are used by every company. Now, the good news is that a lot of my clients say, hey, you're a G, but my line goes to N. You're actually the baby in my line. I actually need someone bigger. And that has been happening to me very much lately, which I'm like, what? This is amazing.
And that has everything to do with your bust size.
Yes.
Does it have, I mean, you don't.
And your band, because I'm a 40 band, so I'm a 40G, so I'm a 40
So that's
band.
the band is the inches around.
Yeah, that's how they calculate the inches around.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna have a fit video coming out soon.
Ooh,
so that
yes.
we know. I mean, I feel like we need to know these things, and it will help you so much if you do. So definitely, you have to know your size. There are online bra calculators where you would take your what we call your under bust, which is like your band. You would take that size. This is your fullest bust, where you're the fullest. Here, go around, take that measurement, and this is your over bust. And they're like little calculators. If you Google like bra calculator, you can put it in, and it'll calculate your size for you.
Okay. Bra calculators.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Bra size, yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Every single
Okay.
day. And I recommend that when you do find that size, actually put in your bra size and Google your bra size, and it will come up with bras, like retailers that are selling that bra size. And so it's hard when you're like a J, it's hard for you to walk into a store and get it. That's not sitting on the floor.
Okay.
So 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get your bra from online. So I would definitely recommend then you start researching who is actually carrying these sizes.
And a 40D in, like a 40 double D in, say, a Lane Bryant bra is not a 40, it may not be the same 40. So they all measure differently.
Sometimes, yeah. I would have to say the only ones I could really speak for are the clients that I work for to say that it's consistent, because I make sure it's consistent. So if another customer is not, like another client is not using me, like another company, I can't really speak for their 40G versus, you know, another company. But the clients that I work with, because I'm diligent about my fit and it's fitted to me, I can say it's consistent in the size.
I get a little confused with the bra sizing, because I've had people tell me that maybe a 40 triple D is the same as a 38F or it's
so you want to know
really
the cross.
Confusing.
Okay, so that's a cross grade. So like my cross grade, my true size is 40G, right? My cross grade is 42 triple D. So we went down a cup, up a band. I'm also a 38H. So we went down inch down, 2 inches down the band and up a cup. So that's how you get your crust grade.
So you can wear any of those. You can.
I actually fit for those 3.
So, but aren't they all the same thing?
It's the same cup. So like if I, but they're bigger. So it's depending on your fit. My true fit is a 40. So the 40 is the most comfortable on me.
Okay.
The 42 triple D, it's the same cup size, but the back is bigger.
Okay.
So it's depending on
so if you got a wide back,
you
might want to go that way rather than the 40G.
Yep.
Okay, I get it.
Because I wear, you got it. You get it? I know it's a lot. I feel like I'm giving you like a crash course at 7 years of my life.
But no one has ever explained it to me like that. It makes perfect sense now that you say it like that. And we all know that our, for lack of a better word, fat is deposited
differently
in different places. So now it makes sense.
Yeah. I'm glad.
I was like, okay, well, so if an F is the same as an H, this is really, okay, I don't get this.
Yes.
All right, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me just say, because this is a lesson learned. I didn't know none of this. So, and I definitely think that I'm just going to put that out in the universe, need to come up with the Asia Monet bra collection. You're probably doing that, and you just don't want to say nothing because you're a business person, but I get it. It's okay. So tell me now, tell me about this reality show, Glam Fairy.
Oh, Glam Fairy. That was fun times.
When was that?
That was a couple of years now. Was it maybe it's a couple of years, 2 or 3 years ago.
And what did you do on that show?
So it's crazy how I ended up there. I thought I was going to audition for a print job for Fashion to Figure.
Okay.
And I show up there, and it's actually a casting for a reality show, Glam Fairy. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just audition. It ended up that it was already like a script, like a story going on, and they were doing it for the scene, but it happened that the client actually wanted me part of the show. So I got thrown into the show that night.
Oh.
To actually start taping that night. And my voice on that show was basically to say, listen, I'm a size 16. You have a range that goes up to maybe 20s, in the 20s. You need a model that's representing a woman of size in your campaign. I was going against a smaller model. She was like a size 10, 12. And I love her to death, and it was all good. But I was like, listen, this is what this is. This needs to be shown. You need a woman like me representing your brand. And so it was a wonderful time. It was with the executive producers of Top Model and Tyra. And
what was this on Bravo?
This was on the Style Network.
Okay.
Yes, on the Style Network. And it actually emulated like how I am in real life in regards to helping other models on set. It was a scene where we had to do like a beauty shot, and it was jewelry. And one model there was actually 3 models. People don't know that. There was actually 3 models there, not 2. And it ended up 2 because one said, I can't do this, like not having no top on. And I said, listen, this is Style Network, it's not Playboy. So meaning it's not in a sexual manner. And as a model, It is your job to sell the product. You are their blank canvas, and you bring their vision to life.
Absolutely.
And so you have to understand as a model that this is what you do. You know, not
And
to,
those that don't get it don't work. It's as simple as that.
I was like, what? We got to take off our top? No problem.
Oh, come on, girl.
No problem. I mean, you know, I was covered. You know, I was covered and everything. Like I said, you have to understand what job you're on. I understood that this is a beauty shot. And that is the focus of this, to show beauty, to show my accessories and everything, and sell it. And you have to be comfortable in your own skin. You must.
And that's what it all comes down to.
You must.
So give me, we're almost out of time. We got about 2 minutes left.
Oh, wow.
It was real quick, right? I told you. But give me a few words to an aspiring model who aspires to do what it is you're doing. Give me some advice for them.
Definitely do your research. This is a business. This is not, you know, all glitz and glam. I worked very hard in these past 7 to 8 years, and you have to stay true to yourself, be authentic. When I stopped being true to me, everybody started doing me. So I learned that lesson. You know, stay true to your vision. Be a visionary. Don't follow the trend all the time. Actually pave your way. And definitely learn from those that came before you. I've watched people like yourself, and I'm so honored to be on this show.
Thank you.
And I've learned so much. So
Quickly, you got a website?
oh, definitely. AsiaMonet.com.
All right, so we're out of time. I'd like to thank my guest, Asia Monet, for sharing her industry knowledge with us today. And baby, did I learn today. Before I go, I'd like to leave you with a few thoughts. I want you to always remember that you can't change the game until you first learn the game. Always surround yourself with positive people and positive things, and do what you love and love what you do. Thanks for watching Model Behavior, and I'll see you next week. Class is officially dismissed. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. And you caught on that.